Mystery at T Blind Frog Ranch, the upcoming episode of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, titled Something Worth Dying For, promises to be an exciting adventure for fans of treasure hunting. Dwayne and Chad Olinger continue their quest for the legendary Aztec gold, which they believe is buried beneath their ranch in Utah. This episode will showcase their determination and the innovative techniques they're using to uncover the hidden treasure. In this episode, the Olingers are not alone in their search. They have teamed up with a well-known treasure hunter who brings a wealth of experience and new strategies to the table. This collaboration could be the key to unlocking the secrets of the ranch and getting closer to the gold that has eluded them for so long. As the father and son team digs deeper into their investigation, viewers can expect to see thrilling moments and unexpected challenges. The excitement builds as they explore new areas of the ranch and utilize advanced tools to aid in their search. With each step, the stakes are higher, and the possibility of discovering the treasure becomes more tangible. Something Worth Dying For is sure to captivate audiences with its blend of suspense and adventure. The episode highlights the strong bond between Dwayne and Chad as they face obstacles together in their relentless pursuit of the Aztec gold. Fans will not want to miss this thrilling chapter in their ongoing journey. The Something Worth Dying For episode of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch is all new. There are some places on Earth where the land just seems different, and Blind Frog Ranch in eastern Utah is one of those places. Locals say the land is cursed and holding on to treasures. Landowner Dwayne Olinger is determined to find what is hidden in the 7 underground caves on the 160-acre ranch. Dwayne has sunk everything he has into hunting for what he believes is a vast fortune of gold on his property. However, as he gets closer to finding the treasure, the land seems to hold on tighter, stopping him in his tracks. A thunderhead loomed over Blind Frog Ranch like a warning from above as episode 12 opened with the team more fractured than ever before. The previous week's explosive discovery of the ancient tunnel collapse, complete with the charred remnants of tools and human remains, had left tensions raw. Dwayne Olinger, battered by doubt and burdened by obsession, remained determined to finish what he started. For him, the truth beneath the Utah desert wasn't just buried treasure or relics, it was a legacy. Something worth dying for. The episode opened on aerial drone footage sweeping low over the mesa, revealing the scars in the earth carved by recent digs. A new target had emerged, what the team referred to as the Coffin Vault. Hidden beneath an unnaturally shaped rock formation, ground-penetrating radar had picked up a rectangular void 15 feet below the surface. Its dimensions were too precise to be natural. Chad Olinger and Charlie Snyder argued whether it was a burial chamber, a sealed stronghold, or something else entirely. Using heavy equipment had failed them before. Triggers, cave-ins, even mechanical failure had plagued the team. This time, they decided to approach the excavation by hand, fearful of disturbing whatever unstable structure lay beneath. Time was a luxury they no longer had. An anonymous tip, delivered via encrypted email, had warned them that someone else was watching the ranch. The message contained coordinates, the same location where their trail cameras had mysteriously gone offline days earlier. Whatever was hidden in the Coffin Vault, someone else wanted it too. As the sun clawed its way above the Lysol Mountains, the team descended into the excavation trench. Layers of sediment gave way to stone blocks, flat, precisely cut, and arranged in a pattern reminiscent of Mesoamerican architecture. The alignment was uncanny. It mirrored the ley lines previously mapped across the property, which theorists believed aligned with ancient temples in Central America. It was as if the site had been constructed by those who had traveled farther than conventional history would ever admit. By midday, the crew uncovered a narrow entrance sealed with what looked like pitch and clay. Forensic testing showed the sealant was far older than any materials used in modern construction. Carbon dating later revealed the compound to be from around 900 AD, far before any documented civilization was known to occupy the Uinta Basin. The implications were staggering. But the real shock came when the seal broke. As the entrance was breached, a sudden shift in air pressure caused a backdraft, sucking dust and debris into the opening. Inside, a stone corridor descended at a steep angle into darkness. The walls bore symbols no one could identify. Some resembled Navajo pictographs, others seemed almost Sumerian in structure. The team's geologist, Jason, theorized it was a syncretic language, a fusion born of contact between distant civilizations. Such contact would rewrite the narrative of the pre-Columbian world entirely. They pressed forward, their steps echoing in the tunnel like whispers from the past. The temperature dropped significantly, unnaturally so. And then, the ground trembled. Outside, a seismic monitor registered a shallow tremor, a localized quake confined to a 50-yard radius around the entrance. Just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. But inside, the tunnel groaned as ancient stress fractures widened. Dust cascaded from the ceiling as the team ducked under a stone archway and found themselves standing before a massive obsidian door. No handles, no hinges, just carvings, again, symbols, and what appeared to be a central stone that pulsed faintly in the low light. It looked metallic, yet none of their equipment could identify its composition. Whatever it wasn't from here. Trying to push it open proved fruitless. Then Jamie, the tech specialist, brought in a magnetic scanner. The door responded, not by opening, but by resonating. A low hum filled the chamber, deep enough to vibrate their bones. And then came the smell, ozone and sulfur, like the air before lightning strikes. Something was activating. That's when it happened. The feed from their surface drone went black. Simultaneously, a high-frequency tone pierced their comms, forcing them to rip out their earpieces. In the chaos, they didn't immediately notice the figure at the tunnel's edge, a silhouette, unmoving, watching. The camera caught only a glimpse before cutting to static. When the footage was later reviewed, the figure had no heat signature, no in reading, and no discernible shadow. Just a shape, human-sized, standing still against the light. Inside the chamber, the obsidian door began to recede, melting away into the walls like liquid glass. Beyond it, a cavern opened into a chamber filled with what could only be described as sarcophagi, 7 of them, arranged in a star pattern. Each bore a different symbol. One held an artifact. Duane approached it carefully. Set into the center of the stone was a metallic orb, no larger than a grapefruit. When touched, it vibrated faintly. Instruments picked up no heat, no sound, no radiation. Yet the orb levitated half an inch off its pedestal. Its material was unidentifiable. When removed, the pedestal cracked down the middle, and the humming returned, this time higher in pitch, more urgent. They had triggered something. Back outside, Eric Bard's seismic equipment lit up. A wave of energy, non-electromagnetic, more akin to gravitational disturbance, rippled outward from the tunnel. Cameras across the property shut down. The horses in the upper paddock went wild. Something ancient had been disturbed, and the ranch was responding. Back in the chamber, the walls shimmered with what looked like bioluminescence. Flecks of green and blue embedded in the stone flickered to life, forming shifting constellations that seemed to move in rhythm with the orb's pulses. It was no longer a treasure hunt. It was communication. Duane made the call to seal the chamber. Whatever power lay beneath the ranch, they were not ready to handle it, or protect it from outsiders. By episode's end, the vault had been resealed, The entrance collapsed with controlled charges. Duane stored the orb in a Faraday container deep in the ranch's secure vault, but even there, the object occasionally flickered and floated, defying known physics. In a final reveal, the anonymous emailer contacted the team again, this time with video footage. Satellite imagery showed unidentified vehicles approaching the ranch perimeter in the dead of night. One of the figures in the footage wore what appeared to be a military-grade exosuit. Whoever they weren't just treasure hunters. In the heart of Blind Frog Ranch, the line between ancient mystery and modern danger has blurred. With every artifact unearthed, the stakes grow higher. And as the veil lifts, one truth becomes clear. Some secrets were never meant to be found. Some things are worth dying for.